Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a review of There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless episode 11. You know, I do apologize for doing this video on the late notice. With my schedule, and I won't be able to do videos. Normally I do videos when I wake up, or normally I do it like in the afternoon, but based off my schedule this week, you probably won't even get these videos probably like the day or two, or maybe later tonight. But stay tuned for these videos, okay? Because again, my schedule's so tight that I have to cover Rent a Girlfriend tomorrow night. So basically, long story short, every video I'm gonna cover will mostly be a night full of reviews for this week. I can't guarantee you, but it's gonna be done. Anyway, there's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless episode 11. This Anji-san's arc is now an end. And I am so sad to see one of the greatest Yuri animes this year gone. Like, gone. So gone, I am missing this. I'm gonna miss this show so much that I have to read the manga after I finish reading. And I want people to tell me, you guys can spoil this for me. Is the manga better? But I rest my case. Anyway, Anji-san's arc is so good that what better way to have Anji-san arc than having Mai? And every time a girl in an arc, Mai is there. She's always there. You know how many times we see Mai in the arc with like Satsuki and now Anji-san? This happens all the time. And every time Mai's in there, Renako's always puzzling like how this ship is gonna work. Yes, this is the Yuri harem shipping wars that it is. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless. And there's been a lot of shipping wars here. Do do we ship Mai and Renako? Do we ship Renako and Ajisai? Do we ship Renako and Satsuki? There's so many ships in this episode these episodes that make you like, should I stick with pink and blue, pink and black, or pink and yellow? Either way it has to. Now, last week was an episode of Yuri. I mean, hot springs, groping the boobs, fan service unlike any other. I mean, not high fan service. Which reminds me, guys, I'm watching that anime that's 18 plus, that Nutsuki animation. Something about an island and all they do is have sex. I'm actually gonna talk about that whole thing once it ends, because I'm gonna get to that shit. But anyway, like I was saying, everything was fine and dandy. The Uranus was spicy, and then it got spicier when Mai came in. That was the cliffhanger. So now let's put a little frost into it. Yukatas, baths, hot springs, fireworks, train confessions. All of that is one big Yuri cake that tastes so good, you make you feel like, oh my God, I gotta see it. But enough of the talk. Anyway, let's get right to the review of There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless episode 11. Okay, now, Mai. I like Mai. I can't hate Mai. I never once hated Mai, like from day one. Like, I like Mai's attitude, her will of never giving up. I still want to be with you forever, that kind of thing, Despite all that, it's still there. Now, Anji-san ran away, and Renako stayed with her, because Anji-san feels she is left out. She feels left out. She may not have the person. She's just, I will not say shy, but she feels less overconfident, less overshadowed by it. Because if you go back to all the girls, Anji-san in my eyes has been like, I won't say least favorite. It's kind of harsh. I won't say least favorite. She's been not quiet, I will say left out of the group. Everybody has their personal vibes. Anji-san's case has not been settled. When we look at Anji-san before this, she's always been the angel, always nice to people, kind-hearted, dendere type vibe. But on the outside, did we see more of her having more responsibilities to hold down? Think about it. She had to take care of her two brothers. You see what I'm saying? So she's been like the mother slash big sister to the brothers, to her little siblings. So it's very like putting a lot of toll on her. And I feel like out of all the girls in this series, besides Renako, if we take Renako out of all these four, who's been under more pressure, I will say Ajisai. Now, Ajisai usually been traveling alone, not no one to talk to. Now that Ren's with her, she has stepped up her plate. So Ajisai, Renako, and Mai all, just sightseeing her area, the sightseeing, and it was like a trip down memory lane for her. So they stopped by this $100 yen candy store, like a cheap candy store, one you could walk in and get like a little pack for $1. A pack like this for 10 cents, anything like that. So they decided to put a competition for Renako to see who could get the cheapest goods. And show Renako who won. Now it both end up in a tie. It's funny. It's funny how this episode went from like a battle of all this just to get Renako's attention. If you go back, it's like we went from video games, first-person shooters, to a battle of who got the highest test scores, to now who got the better candy. It's like no matter how many times we see Mai against a girl and Renako's in the middle, it's always been a test. And it's always up to Renako to see who won. Now, as they were, sitting down, this old man, who knows Anji's when she was like 5 years old. And, it was adorable to show her and her yukatas to a point where Mai was all like, oh, she's so cute. That's kind of thing. It's so funny. Now, I do like that shot where Renako Renako was kind of like, I don't want to be in this photo, because she feels like if she want to be in a photo with Mai, Anji-san gets jealous. If Anji-san was in a photo with Renako, Mai get jealous. So she's like, no. You two take a photo together. I don't want to be part of this. Well played. I do wish she would have taken a photo with all three of them and she'd be in the middle. But that's okay. But I see Mai is already not scared. Not scared at all. Like, she was built. Her face was built for photos. I just saw not so much. But, those who pull off a smile, so Renako is really happy. Now, let's talk about the yukatas thing. Festivals here. And Mai brought in a whole, 3 times the closet space you have to, how do I put this? Her entire fashion studio full of yukatas. And she's like, oh, it's free. You can take whatever you want. And as Renako's picking it out, oh, God, the assistant. Mai's assistant is hilarious. She is so effing funny. Like, her purpose is not only be my assistant, but to serve her, if you know what I mean. Slap. Serve her. I mean, literally, marry Mai. Like, literally. Like, serve her, if you know what I mean. To a point where she called Renako a poisonous bug. And all she wants to do is make Mai happy, if you know what I mean. So, but we got to see her assistant. She's very dangerous. She don't want, it's like she knows she already loves Mai. She don't want her to go close. Like, don't you go near Mai. And she don't have to even say it. Her eyes and her face will say it. Now, guys, we all know when it comes to rom-coms like this, anytime you see a festival and you see them in Yukita's outfits, you know damn well we're gonna get a confession or one of those romance ending, good bad ending scenes in the Yukita. We already know where this goes. So as those three was having a good time, Anji-san saw Mai and they have just sitting down. Plus, I also like the fireworks in this one. The fireworks were amazing. Mai literally jumped the gun. Not jumped the gun, but let me use my controller. Literally just pow, pow. Told Anji-san straight up, I love Renako. That was the fire that lit up Anji-san. Now, in Anji-san's case, as I'm looking at it, her mind says, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of the relationship you have. But her heart feels shattered. You know what I mean? Now, after the fireworks, confessions, yes, we got hot springs and baths, fan service as it is. Okay. We're not surprised by that. We're not surprised. So, not the second day of Runaway. We live. Now it's the second day and everything's peaceful. Mai is heading back home early. She left like 7 o'clock. She's leaving mad early. She kissed Renako. How many times have Mai kissed Renako? Let me tell you this. Renako, Ren, you are one lucky girl. In a Yuri way. Like, I don't think how lucky you are. Look at Yuzu from Citrus. That's the definition of how lucky she got. You, Ren, on the other hand, you are one lucky girl. I mean, let's look at Ren's backstory. She went from not having friends to playing video games all her life, a gamer nonetheless, good at first-person shooters, goes to school, changed her look, and automatically she got Satsuki, she got Ajisai, and she got the hottest girl in the school. She is one lucky person. Lucky girl. And a Yuri Harriman nonetheless, she killing it. She doesn't have any superpowers. She's so her. And she just literally got her. Like, come on. Now, when my kids ran, pretend like nothing ever happened, you see the assistant in the back just staring at her soul so bad. Now, I am super crying of anger this happened. So, Anji-san and Ren was waiting for the train to come by as they were leaving, going back home. This is one of those things where it comes to rom-com. You know how this works. Every time a train passed by, there's always a confession. There's always a confession. That's how it happens. Train passed by, here comes confession time. When they sat on the bench and Anji-san wanted to say something to her, that moment with the train passed by, she spoke to her, and Ren's like, what did you say? And Anji-san said, oh, nothing. What? Yo, I was crazy. I'm like, just tell her. Just tell her that you love her. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Yo, I legit got out of my seat just saying like, yo, my jaw dropped. That train passed. Anji-san says something and Ren's like, what did you say? I'm like, yo. Why did you do that, Anji-san? Why? Like, why? Why? Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. I mean, look, I understand Kaho's not going to get an arc because we're on episode 11. I get that. But this arc, Anji-san arc was full like, oh my God. That was going to be the moment of confession time. Mai confessed, Sachika's confessed. Anji-san, I thought she was going to confess when she said, I'm in love with you. That could have been the moment. I think she said it. I'll be honest with you guys. I think she said it. She said it throughout the thing, just that she can't hear it. And I do applaud her saying like thanks Ren for being her angel, her lovable Yuri angel, and I do like the ending credits. And all where Anji-san and Ren hug, but still, that confession was the confession. The only problem is though the train passed by and we wanted to hear it, but we didn't get it. But that's what it is. So overall though, this episode was pretty good. I loved it. The Anji-san arc has come to an end. Sadly, yes, it's sad. One episode left, and we ain't gonna get Kaho's arc, so that's out the door. But again, when you got yukatas, baths, hot springs, fireworks, and train confessions, we have how many these confessions come to an end. You know damn well that this is coming to an end. So I look forward for next week's episode of it. The last episode of it. Sad to see this go. One of the best Yuri animes this year. So I feel sad that it's not mentioned a lot, but it should. So thank you for watching.